Hello. Oh, you guys can see me. Hello, everybody. I'm using some new tech, so I hope you guys are enjoying this. It's also going live on, I believe I have it on LinkedIn. I thought either LinkedIn or YouTube. It should be on all of them, but it's showing me only 2 channels so far, so I didn't see anything else to, so if you hear anything, it's just my pets. Anyway, I'm not going to keep you guys long. I've already washed my face, and what we're going to do today is talk about the under eye corrector. Now, there's 2 different shades. I'm going to use the shade that's for me. My mom's always going on and on about my dark circles. I hope this lighting is good enough for you all to really see. You can see a little. That might be a little bit better. Okay, we'll use that. Because you guys can see where it kind of needs the brightness. Most of my darkness is over here. You can see that. So we're gonna see what we can do to brighten up. I'm gonna only do one side, okay? And you need very little of this. Be careful. This one again is for my complexion and maybe even some complexions that are lighter than me. Some of you might be able to use this one as well as the other one. So I don't mind this close up. I gotta figure out how to really use and shoot this. I'm gonna, oh wait, which one is this? Which color? Oh, I may have the wrong one. This is the lighter one. I need to go look in my box, you all. This is the lighter one. And some people will use both. And I'm not saying you can't use this one. I'll hold this up to the camera. See that? The one that I had used before was more red. So, 1 second. Alex, yeah. Can you get my box for me? My box that's on the table where you see that blue multicolored bag? Because I need to get the other color. Yep, just bring that whole box for me. Okay. So I want to demo this one today. You can see, which one works. And try. Yeah, just put that box right there. And yep, this is what I need right here. Let me see here. Deep peach. Okay. So the one that we're looking at, before I ripped it off, this is the light peach. So for lighter shades, let me show you the other one. And I'll probably end up using that either way. But we're not going to demo it tonight. I'm just going to demo them one at a time. And to me, the wonderful thing about Mary Kay is, I'm usually able to use a lot of the products. So this one is the one, the deep peach for my complexion. Ladies, gentlemen, people, you need very little of this, okay? I learned when I first used it, I thought I had a little, and I didn't. And what they suggest is where you're doing like the dot method. I'm just gonna angle my face the right way. I need a mirror here. Alex, bring me a mirror. Oh, I got it. There you go. What now? In the dots. What now? Okay. So you see I did the dots. Again, you don't need a whole lot. If you put on a lot, you'll be able to see it. And that could be the effect that you want as well. We can do that another time. And a dot there. And if I wanted to, some on the left side, I could put some dots. Here, okay? And then we will blend it in. You see that? So again, a little goes a long way. If you feel like you need more, you can always put on more. So I'm gonna go in close. I'm gonna also go in like that so you can see what I'm doing. Alex, can you bring me that compact mirror that is sitting on the table?
This one?
Yeah. And then you're going to blend it in. You can use, I'm using a Q-tip. Nope, that compact. You see that compact in the black box, black and pink box?
This one?
Yep, bring me that. Because it has a mirror. And you can see how it's working. Because, you know, when you're doing things this way, it's very difficult. So what I'll do is so you can see me. Okay, that is so much better for me. And you can see why I say that a little goes a long way. And you are using either a Q-tip. Some people choose to use their finger, or with like the blending sponge. I forgot I'll have to use the Q-tips. So I'm gonna do this whole area. And for some who's like, oh, I only need it in the crease, then that's where you're gonna only use it, in the crease, okay? Like I said, some may wanna do more to have a certain effect. But we're only here, I'm gonna flip this around. Like I say, start with a little, very little. As you can see, goes a long way. And so I'm going back over this way. So I just wanna put a little bit because you can see. And then we're gonna see how this brightens up my eye, especially my eyelid. My mom's always going on about my dark circles, but I don't feel like I have a whole lot. You know, there's others, because I use this product, who probably, you know, I really want to use this on someone who has like really deep, dark circles. And I'm gonna go over the crease. So I'm a little bit more in the crease. Yeah, I tend to have that problem here. Okay, so you see why I say, because you know this, if you put on too much, it could bleed through, especially with the color that is for more melanated skin. You can always, you know, take your finger and go over certain areas. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, you can even see the difference already from this side to this side. It's very, very different. So I will not, well, I'm only driving somewhere, but now I use, what I'm using right now because it's summer, I use the CC cream, complexion correction, and I love it. But in the summertime, you know, I have a winter color, which is deep, and I'm not so much of the very deep, you know? I have to blend those together when it's summer. You know, I get a little tan. I love my bronzeness in the summertime. So I do have to blend those. And, you know, you put your tools down, you're looking for them. Okay. And so I'm gonna take my Q-tip because my brush. And so I kind of blend it to where I'm not putting on too much. Oh, let me get my mirror. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so. Oh. And then I'm gonna put this over it, as you can see. Because you know that is very pigmented. And if you're using a lighter, you know, depending on what you're using, if you're not doing full coverage, you're gonna wanna make sure that blends in. Ooh. Ooh, we have a severe thunderstorm warning. Wow, okay, we're gonna keep doing our makeup though. I'm just gonna see how this brightens up the eye. We're gonna play around with this. This is just the first tutorial with the Mary Kay under eye corrector. They had did some wonderful things, and we're gonna try some looks. Okay. And you can see a big difference. My face isn't completely done, but you do see where it's brighter. And you see how I said, depending on how much you use, the effect that you can create with this. And I'm only putting it on Because when I blend the medium and the very deep together, it really creates like, it matches me so perfectly. So I hope you can see that. You can see where this is a little bit brighter, but you know, I put it on very lightly compared to this eye over here is very dark. This eye, you can tell by the lids. So again, how you use this and how you work it is very different. And again, you can see even the difference where you can see in this eye where it's very dark, and then you can see where I have the brightness going on. And depending on how you highlight it, this is just a very simple demo. You know, normally how I would do this. And we got the lawnmower. And then you would put on your powder, which I'm gonna ask Alex to go get for me. And with that, you know, I pretty much feel like I don't even need the powder. But you put on your translucent powder or your whatever powder, highlighter. Wow. Like I said, I don't have the darkest dark circles, but you can definitely see how it brightened up my eye a lot. It looks way different on this side versus this side. Okay, so that is the tutorial of, well, the tutorial of the under eye corrector, as well as a little tutorial on the CC cream. We can talk more about that in our next video. We'll go into that in a little bit more detail. Like I said, you know, there's so many different ways that you could use the product. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. There will be more videos to come. Peace, love, and many blessings, everybody.